Man called you out. It's time to get in the streets and fight now. You know what I'm saying?
Hold
So
on, hold on. Pause. Because we keep
He ain't
saying
call him
people call
out.
them exactly.
He didn't call him out. He ain't say his
Kendrick
name.
didn't
He
say
ain't say
no
J.
J.
Cole, you
Cole.
whack.
He said Big Three. No, nigga, it's Big Meat. Nigga, bump.
Exactly. That's all he said.
He ain't
and
called no.
who's the so-called big three?
What
That
you
could be
mean?
Kendrick,
Ice
J.
Cube
Cole,
for
and
all we
Drake.
care.
So
That could
who's
be
the
Ice
who's the
Cube.
so-called who he's talking about?
All
His
right.
albums is trash.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your man Barry Bonds, and we are back with another Church After Hours. As you know, I got my boys with me, and they try to keep me out the last couple of episodes, but it's okay because I'm here to talk my most current events that just went down. What up, D? What up, Kurt? What up, Ant?
What's
And over
good?
there with that crazy Wi-Fi as you see. Which one you want? We here. Let's go. I guess I had a premonition that Caitlin Clark was going to, just run wild with this game, but the Lord prevailed. And our girl won today. South Carolina Gamecocks, shout out to Don Staley and everybody, all the
Undefeated,
girls.
undefeated champion.
38-0.
South
38.
Thirty-eight
Carolina,
and
Oh,
zero.
South Carolina had dogs.
yeah, yeah,
they got Johnson coming off the bench dropping 20. She's a
yeah,
dog.
yeah. Yeah, you got to be a hell of a coach to get people to buy in
Right.
that. Kudos to Don Stanley. Man, what can you say? The highest paid coach in women's college basketball. She stay fresh. You
Yes,
know what
she
I mean?
do.
I had to put her on my Instagram story a couple times, brother. It's
Five
cool
thousand dollar
because
outfits.
The Louis,
it make me think about Don Staley. Done had like 3 careers, and you know what I mean, our lifetime.
right,
You know,
right, right, right.
Yeah,
The
Don is
Louis
out here
leather
winning.
she had on was cold blooded last game.
yeah, it's
That was
true.
that was
Yeah.
cold.
She was out here like she about to go to a rap video for real. I was expecting a little baby to come off the bench and everything, start rapping during halftime. But I ain't gonna tell
Yeah,
you, I ain't gonna
yeah,
lie
she
to you.
do. She do stay in them labels, man. I hope she gets some type of kickback. Shoot,
Exactly.
Man,
I will
she
hope so.
I
do.
know Pharrell hooked her up. Pharrell, shout out to Pharrell for hooking her
nice.
up. Our
That
girl
is
Don
dope.
out there. Don, you carried it and you turned on and you put on for all the Black American. We want to thank you, Don, for making this happen. I don't
But
want to
I
make it
do want
personal.
to wait, hold up, man, Bonds. I do want to tip my hat to Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, I do.
Like,
Kayla's a dog.
like
She a beast.
that. I mean, just going back, like people make it always just a black and white thing when it shouldn't go into a black and white thing necessarily. Sports to me kind of blurs the lines. Like not necessarily. No, it shouldn't even blur the line. Caitlyn is a beast, and then when the great white hope, that's what the white people look at it as, and then they jump on a bandwagon as like, oh, and they kind of make it seem like it's a tension thing. But I want to give Caitlin Clark her flowers. That motherfucker can ball, way.
Yeah,
I'm
she
talking
Hey,
do.
about
hey, I say this too, and echoing what you saying, and is one thing that I respect is what Don Staley had to say about Caitlin Clark on the podium, saying that she had lifted up the game. But I'll
yes.
be damned if they don't keep replaying that on Instagram. Every story I see, hey,
Right.
they gonna run that into the
That's a
ground,
fact.
brother.
I mean, I thought Vegas was putting in the call to say, hey, we need Caitlin Clark to win, but I was wrong. I'm glad that South Carolina was able to come in the second half and really run that game the way it was. The first half was a little shaky. I was a little scared because they was just coming out the blocks shooting threes.
Hey, speaking about Vegas, brother, you know that Iowa got UConn on a call, but I think if you watch that championship game, South Carolina made sure they had some room between what I mean, them and the refs when they got, because they was up at like 12 or like 6 minutes ago. Caitlin and the gang tried to come back. They tried to scrap, but you know what I'm saying. It was too much. the sisters was too much. They was
Yeah, I said
quick.
that. I said that Friday night, man. I said, at the end of the day, like Ant said, they try to make everything black and white, and it's really not about that at the end of the day. However, we all know the masses wanted to see Caitlin Clark win a championship. She had a stellar career, the leading scorer in NCAA women's history, the most points in NCAA tournament history. Like everything on her resume is checked off except for a championship. And when they made that call in the UConn game Friday night, I said, if Don Staley and them got to be up at least 10 to 12 points with 4 to 5 minutes left in the game, so the referees' calls can't, potentially dictate the outcome of the game. And that's exactly, I think they was up like 13 or 14 with like 5 minutes left. And they got it to like 7, but they couldn't, get over the hump, And one thing I give Don Staley credit, Kurt alluded to it, saying how, she gets players to buy in. She had 4 or 5 players off the bench that would start anywhere else in the country. You know what I'm saying? And the one thing I love about her, she holds her players accountable. She tells them you're not necessarily going to start. You might come off the bench. And I think that the parents and the players respect it because she was a 4-time All-American in college, Olympic gold medalist. She played at the highest level in the WNBA and overseas, in places like Russia. And then she made herself into a great coach. So
Pass the collection play.
Exactly. Anybody that has a daughter that's a good player, Don Staley is one of the coaches you would want your daughter to go play for sure.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I want to give a special shout out. I'm sorry I got to say this though because watching this game has really intrigued me. But I want to give a special shout out to Raven Johnson and them cheeks. Shorty was just out here showing all of us that she ain't nothing to play with, boy. I tell you.
She had a horrible game today too.
If I was 21, she played good today though. She was good
didn't.
out here, but it was just one little camera shot that I
saw. She was 1 for 13.
And them cheeks was out there. I was just
that's all Bonds was looking at.
He don't even watch sports.
The cameraman,
he just
bro.
watch highlights.
The cameraman.
Right.
Yeah.
Better than I'm pretty sure what's gonna happen tomorrow with Lurch and the gang over at Purdue.
No, real talk. I think that's gonna be a good game. I think UConn is the favorite for sure, but I think Purdue, if they can slow the game down and not let UConn get away from them, I think it's gonna be a good game because the two big guys match up pretty well.
Yeah,
I'm UConn all day. I don't like Lurch at all. I think he's gonna be ineffective when it comes to. Yeah, I don't. Everybody's hyping him up. They're like, "Oh my God, he's taking over the game. He's 7'4". What do you expect? It's like me playing with a bunch of third graders. I'm going to dominate.
Not necessarily.
Come on now. Yeah,
the longer your appendages, no Diddy, it's hard. It's kind of harder to control. You know what I mean? Like you see so many uncoordinated.
That's a fact.
Nigga said no Diddy.
No Diddy.
No Diddy. Hey, they was on that no Diddy. They on that no Diddy.
They on that already. It's only gonna get worse because of Mason Cam. For real.
Hey, did you see where old boy that played for Burns for North Carolina State said no Diddy?
He did, big boy.
He said he only 4 more inches than me, no Diddy.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, big fella.
Wow.
He said, I looked at him
saw
like, man,
there
you
was
big.
somebody had I think it was one of the commentators. She still had her tags on her clothing and whatnot when they like reached there for an interview. You can see the tags on her clothing. It was crazy. It was like, come on, man, get that stuff together. But yeah, I don't like Lurch, man. Lurch is not going to do anything in the NBA. And seriously, everybody's hyping him up.
I think I kind of agree with Barry. I
don't think he's going to be good in the league.
But we ain't talking about the league.
Yeah, absolutely. That's true too.
Yeah.
To another topic that has been turned racial. I was talking to my daughter about this earlier. What y'all think about Beyoncé doing this country music album?
I go last.
Me personally, it's a like I don't know. Beyonce been out for a minute and she ain't hit that Billy. And and I think that's really like, you know what I'm saying, really and her cohort Taylor Swift done hit that Billy.
And so has Rihanna.
Rihanna just
too.
Extended. But Rihanna been did it though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Rihanna didn't do it off music though.
Right.
Well, one thing that I mean that was designed for her, to become a billionaire. I'm saying Taylor Swift. But Beyonce been trying to hit that Billy in that music. And they been trying, Kanye been advocating for her, everybody. So the only ploy, like this is to me a last fire tactic because Beyonce ain't it like that. Like everybody think. I mean, I'm not a
The
I'm
views
just
expressed on this show are not of me, D, or Kurt.
No, I
They're
actually agree with
all
him on
Ant.
this.
Well,
I
look,
actually
I
agree
what?
with him
kind of
on
look.
this.
Let me get my spin on
But
it.
I'm gonna let
I
him
just
cook.
laughed at the verbiage he used, but I'll say this: Beyonce has catered towards black women, which I think is amazing. But that comes with a lack of international play when it comes to like Riri's anti-album. I think
Yeah.
her, even though she's from the Caribbean, she make music for everybody. But that's what Beyonce also chose. So I don't think it's nothing wrong about it, but I will echo the same sentiment Ant was talking about when he talked about the Billy. This Cowboy Carter album is number one, eighth number one album, but I think this is gonna be the probably one of the biggest, despite the controversy, just like the gospel album for Kanye or Ye, as he call himself now, was big because he just hit that genre where other people gonna tap in.
Right.
Right.
So the more people that talk down on it, it's gonna just expose. I mean, it's gonna be known to more and more people.
Yeah. And let me say this: I'm not the biggest Beyonce fan, but I'm also a lover of music and I'm an admirer of talent. And
Sure,
anybody with two eyes and two ears can see and hear that she's uberly talented, right? Super talented. And I think this whole renaissance, the act one, you know what I mean, being about house music and bringing eyes and ears to the gay culture, right? Act two is her country album, giving eyes and ears. And one thing I give her credit for, the all of the artists on this album except for Dolly Parton are other black country artists that may not have had the exposure that they are going to now have because of Beyonce. So I give her credit for that. But I feel like she's trying to cement herself and put herself in the pantheons of the Princes and the Michael Jackson in the regard of how she can go and do different genres. I have a feeling this next album will be maybe rock, and she'll maybe do a soul or a funk type album. So I don't
Trash.
I don't hate what she's doing, but I see what she's doing, and I see that this is a play to put her up there with the greats and just trying to dabble in all different genres. Because at the end of the day, whether we like it or we hate it, we understand that this is our music. We created country music, we created soul, we
absolutely.
created blues, we created hip hop.
Say
It's
it
all ours. So that
right.
aspect of it, I respect and I
Agreed.
love that she's letting these people know that hey, this is something that my ancestors created. We just may not,
Agreed.
dabble in it as much as we once did, but this is our culture and this is our music.
But why do black people always put ourselves in boxes? Like even creatively, why do we put ourselves in boxes? Like we'll create the most beautiful culture and
I agree.
beautiful,
Maybe it's not us though.
music. And
Because
no, it's us because you think about it.
because if I'm
When you
paying
talk
you your
about
check, you gonna do what I tell you to
when
do.
you talk about hip
Barry.
hop, when you talk about hip hop, we're the ones that's sitting here putting that age limit on hip hop. We're the ones putting that, oh well, why they doing gospel or why they doing rock and why they doing country and this and the other. When we can do any music that we want to, we are the best singers, best rappers, best all of that when it comes to the musical genre, damn near sports, and a lot of other
Almost all
disciplines.
inventions was made by blacks.
Yeah, well, like, we could do
It's
whatever, but we
us.
always put these caps on our creativity and our excellence, and I just feel like we shouldn't do that. Charlie Pride, 60s and 70s was
Right.
singing country music. So why are we saying, oh, why is she doing? No, it's a smart idea because, to be honest with you, if we start thinking outside the box like this and start reclaiming our culture, reclaiming the things that we created, and start doing pretty much what the original formula was, then we would sell a lot more. Think about it, R&B from the 50s and 60s. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? When you got Motown, why is it that these white R&B artists who are
Right.
replicating the formula for Motown and R&B in the 80s and 90s are winning big because they're just sticking to the original formula, but
Right.
our asses want to flip
I
it and
agree.
bounce it on
I
some new
totally
shit that we
I
just
totally
like,
agree with
oh,
you,
well, this is the
brother.
new thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
and
get
that's
back to the
why,
original formula.
and that's we gotta constantly come with these records at a different frequency just to what I mean, like snap our people out of it. You know what I'm saying? Because when I
That's a
listen
good
to
point you said.
country music, jazz, R&B, like soulful R&B, you know what I'm saying, like Tony Braxton, man, whether it's hold on, man. Start doing. Don't give me no faces.
Because you just
Whether it's a
all I'm
love
saying
song
is,
or a
come on,
heartbreak song,
that ain't no heartbreak. That's
everybody can relate
suicide
to
songs,
heartbreak
man.
songs, man.
You went straight to suicide music.
All right, yeah,
Not the
okay,
emo.
all right.
But let me add something too again about this Beyonce from another angle. Is it's a shot, like I like it because it's kind of a shot to Taylor Swift. Like, I'm gonna jump in your shit and dominate you in your shit. You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
that's what I was talking about with my daughter. Taylor Swift came from country and went into pop, and
Right,
now Beyonce is coming out of pop and going into country. You know
right,
what I mean? So I,
right.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah,
I like you brought that up.
yeah.
If Beyonce was smart, the next move she should make, and y'all book this, that I said this, Beyonce would kill him and kill the whole world if after she did country, she recreated disco.
Well,
She
she
would
can't.
kill him.
No,
Kill him.
I think you off with that. I think she kind of,
There
because if
you
you
go.
look at,
He
no,
said, I
I'm not
think you
trying to be
off
funny, but you
that.
think about the last album was techno
SoundCloud A&R Diallo.
was techno slash house music. So I don't think she's gonna.
Disco is not techno, sir. I'm talking
What I'm
about
saying
disco.
is
We're talking about
there.
Gloria Gaynor.
You
We're
talking
talking
about
about Donna
70s?
Summers. We're talking about
70s.
all of those greats and whatnot. And disco didn't have the longevity like it should have because they killed it in the 80s. But I'll tell you, if somebody came through and recreated that disco formula,
But I love how you cut me
they
off
would
while I
win.
was trying to cook. But I'll just go ahead and say this, and
Sorry,
then I'll
sir.
let you jump back in.
No, it's okay.
If you listen to the Renaissance album, she has all of those samples of all of those disco artists on there. If you read the liner notes of the Renaissance album, that's all I'm saying is I'm of the opinion. I don't think she's going to do that because it has a disco influenced vibe when you talk about the samples and the things that they've used on that particular album. I think it'll be more rock infused, more R&B infused. Because honestly, Beyonce hasn't made a true R&B album since Dangerously in Love, which is my favorite
Damn,
album.
you just hit it right. That's what I'm talking about, famo.
Yeah, I think
Yep.
I think she has to
That's
go in
what
that
I said.
direction for
She
sure.
They're
got
not
to
gonna go
go.
back that direction unless
She
somebody
need to.
prominent comes back in that direction because it seems like black folks have just abandoned R&B as it is. But they're letting Sam Smith and Adele take the R&B formula
What's
and
my
He
win
man
right
Teddy
about
big.
that.
Teddy Swain?
All
He
these
right about
years,
that. I'll give him that.
I
Yeah,
all
like
these years, they're
Teddy.
not gonna go back and let somebody. But if she goes disco, she's gonna take the whole world again. Trust me. Talk about all that.
but disco has such a small window in American culture. It was only like a 5 year run, to be
That's
quite
why it
honest.
would be smart to take disco
Hey,
because it
Hey,
has such a
Kurt,
hey,
small
you killing
hey,
me,
window.
that's
Kurt, killing me with the bells though.
that's that bill. Hey, that's that bill. I'm saying Fox Soul. That Fox Soul.
Hey,
Hey,
Fox
look.
Soul is funny,
Hey,
nigga. Hey, man.
hey, let's get right into the next subject, which is KDot
Yeah,
and Cole that we touched on
2 weeks ago.
last episode,
Yep.
but we got a response from Cole. D, I'm gonna let you take it first since you went last time.
Yeah, let me cook real quick, man. I'm a big J. Cole fan. I'm a big Dot fan. However, the album is solid. It's not great. It's not bad. It's just solid. And the diss track was solid. I expected more. I like when a man approaches you, I don't expect the response to still be somewhat subtle. You know what I'm saying? Because you still taking subtle jabs. And shout out to my man, that boy Vic. He made a good point, right? And when you in battle rap, it's I mean, Cameron
That
talked about
boy
Nas's
Vic.
dead mom, right? So it's no rules in battle rap, as they say. However, I think J. Cole did one thing that was very disingenuous, and I was very surprised because when he tried to say that, To Pimp a Butterfly was a bad album. I thought that was disingenuous.
Man, he just talking.
The album, right?
Like Jigga was just
it's
talking.
right because just like Jay-Z had y'all believing for 25 years that it was written was a bad album.
You had to get on Jay-Z.
No. It was a good because
he quoted
Jay-Z. If you listen to the song and Barry, before y'all get emotional about y'all,
it was similar to
emotional.
He took the lines. He took the lines from Takeover and flipped them.
It was written trash, nigga.
No, it was not. Now, see, I can't even talk hip hop with you with a statement like that. But anyway, let me get back to my point that I was trying to make.
You love some Nasir, nigga.
Love Nasir,
I felt like it was very disingenuous.
When we met Nas, AJA, when we met Nas slammed the door on D-Face. Like,
that's not true.
Hey, I be reminding him of that. I be reminding how long he kept calling Nas a sucker.
Is that your hero?
Reminding him that.
Exactly. Nas, we stood at the door.
If I can tell the story, I can tell the story in its proper
B
form.
said something.
You wasn't even there, Barry. You wasn't even there.
You wasn't even there. One there. I was definitely there.
That was me and Jarvis was right there.
No, it wasn't you and Jarvis. It was me. I was there too.
Okay, let me finish talking about this. This dude is talking about something totally different.
He opened the door. We was at the Holiday Inn. He opened the door when
it was me and Jarvis standing right there. I was trying to get Jarvis. I was trying to get him to listen to Jarvis rap.
He was the only one there. I was there too. You sound crazy.
Let me just get back to
I've seen him.
Let me get back to my original point. Let me get back to my original point, right?
That's your hero.
I felt like it was disingenuous for him to try to diss that album because we talk about the sexy reds and all the negative things that are in hip hop. When you listen to Pimp a Butterfly, it is one of the most best hip hop albums of all time, especially for this generation. When you talk about the jazz influence on that album, you talk about the messaging, complexion. You talk about the song structure. The man won a Pulitzer Prize. So for him to say that, I thought that was very disingenuous. And plus, I still didn't like the fact that he's still not addressing Kendrick directly. He's still taking subtle shots. Like the man called you out. It's time to get in the streets and fight now. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Pause. Because we keep saying people call him exactly.
He didn't call him out. He didn't say his name.
Kendrick didn't say no J. Cole. He said Big Three. No, nigga, it's Big Meat. Nigga, bum.
Exactly. That's all he said.
He ain't
who's the so-called Big Three?
That Kendrick, J. Cole, for all we care.
So
that could be Ice Cube.
Who's the so-called who he's talking about? His albums was trash.
He could be talking about Ice Cube.
All right, who's
tomato, D.
Are y'all going simultaneously?
Yeah, they are.
Barry, or you going next? Who going next?
Nah, it's Jay-Z versus Nas. That's what we really probably want to get into because y'all boys not stands.
So look,
leave Jay-Z out of it.
Yeah,
exactly.
So he took the hot L.
So look, I look at it like this. I'm gonna echo what I said last. You know what I'm saying? The episode before last, when I said these aren't street cats and they biracial. His beat was mad light. I don't even want to say light skin. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go down a notch and say biracial. The beat was, you know what I mean? It was weak. And another thing, why are you on your this song talking about another man? My cat's off the streets, ready to get with the heat. And I'm not quoting, I'm just paraphrasing what he's saying. And I'm telling him to chill, like, be still. Like, man, come on, bruh. Stop it. KDot didn't bring up no other man. He said, don't bring no coughing out your mouth. And I think Cole listened to him because he started talking about somebody else. He started talking about his boy that is in the streets.
He did.
I said, boy, he sounds like he shook. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
He sound like KDot got him on the ropes early in the fight, and he don't really want to fight. He keep dancing. You know what I'm saying? He keep running around the ring.
He definitely dancing.
I didn't understand what he was talking about on his diss track, bro. I ain't understand.
Why are we talking about Aubrey though?
Well, me, hold on. Let me. What I like, I understand y'all keep saying this light skin shit, but it was very light skinned-ish. Like
it was that.
It was like you know what I'm saying? Like he was taking senior pictures type. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like if you come in with a diss, nigga, put some bass in your voice, nigga. Like I don't like all the little like both of them niggas. If you talking about somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Like, you know, like Kevin Hart, say it with your chest, nigga. All this, you know what I'm saying? I like this love tapping shit because I don't want you to not be my friend. Oh, let me go play with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh type shit. You know what I'm saying? That type shit. You know what I'm
So
saying?
you want the
Like,
record to come on like Ether? Fuck Jay-Z. That's what you want.
nah, nigga, I wanted to come on like, nigga, that's why I fucked your wife, nigga. Hit him up, nigga. Nigga, that's a diss record, nigga.
That's one of the worst diss tracks of all time.
You
But go
call it
ahead.
what you want, but
No,
you
it's
know that
not.
you,
No,
That
it's
song
yeah,
is
not.
horrible.
hey,
The
you
song is
No,
call
it's
it,
horrible.
not.
you
The
crazy
song
as
is
hell.
horrible.
Are you
D,
serious,
stop,
D?
The
D.
song is
No, it's
Hit him,
horrible.
not.
hit him up was
SoundCloud
on
A&R
fire.
Hey,
strikes
On
again.
took 5
fire, nigga.
shots.
Nigga, that
They
shit come,
couldn't stop me.
No
nigga.
Vaseline.
No
Nigga,
Vaseline. The greatest hip hop diss track of all time.
I agree, but
but hit him
next
up
is
Hit
came
'em
with
up
it.
was weak.
next is hit 'em up.
Hit 'em up was weak.
How you say hit
Hold
him up
on,
was
hold on,
weak?
hold on. Take away your feelings right now. Remember the first time we heard that, bro. Stop
He
playing.
got mad because he mentioned
D,
Nas.
you
That's
remember?
it.
No. I didn't
You
get
were
mad because of that. No.
He mentioned everybody. He
Can I tell
mentioned
you why I
names.
think Hit 'em Up is not a good record? Can I tell you?
We're
Because
listening.
Hit 'em Up, Pac was way too emotional on that record, and I think is somebody playing the song? Y'all stupid.
Did
I
you
think-
hear it? He
Yeah,
said how I look. Man, get out of here with that.
I think
bro.
Pac
go
was
ahead,
how I
go
look,
ahead, finish
how
it. Go
I
ahead.
look having a switch. Man,
Right.
you was talking about it on first. Come on, man.
I think Pac was way too emotional, and then plus it became a posse cut. Like if you go at some, I don't want to hear Edie I mean and all your little homies on that record. After Pac's verse, the song stinks. Like keep it real. Go listen to Hit 'em Up after we get off
man.
air.
Get out the way,
Listen,
yo. Get out
listen,
the way.
listen to Hit 'em Up
yo.
after you. That's what I'm saying.
Come on,
I'm just
man.
coming with facts, bro. If after Tupac's verse, you turn the record off. You don't turn Ether off. You don't turn No Vaseline off. You don't turn Dre Day off. You
I
listen to those
turned
songs
Ether
in their totality. You know
It
what I'm
wasn't
saying?
the
I
worst.
turned
though.
Ether off. Like
It wasn't the
yeah.
worst because when that came off, it shook the
It did.
rap world.
It was like
It
it was like a nigga whooping the nigga ass, and then when he leave, and then the henchmen just get their kicks and punches in on the nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
After he
And
whooped
start
his
putting
ass.
feet on him.
I like how you did
Start
that.
putting feet on him.
I like how you did that.
D
Big
only
Pop
like
went
he
in
talk
on
about
that nigga,
Nas.
man. But at the same time, I like Big. You know, I like when they was going back and forth though too. Though you know what I'm saying? Big.
Big was the
you know what I'm
subliminal
saying?
He
king,
came
though.
out with the
Big
Get
was the
Money
subliminal
remix.
king.
The
Big
Get Money
wasn't direct.
remix. Yeah.
He wasn't direct. He was never direct.
Nigga, the motherfucking what was the Junior Mafia? That song he stole Hit 'em Up from
Yeah.
Tupac.
Get money.
The
Yeah,
Get 'em
you
Up,
know,
the Get Money remix.
Yeah.
yeah. You know,
Hey, niggas in my faction don't like
Asking
questions.
questions. Only
Strictly
gun
gun
test.
testing. Cold
Yeah.
measuring. Come on, man.
Well, Hit 'em Up was really a response to, you know what I'm saying, Who Shot You?
Which
changed
wasn't
it,
even
though.
about him. Supposedly.
But see, and
Allegedly.
that's why as I get older, I'm be like, Puffy and Biggie was a little muddy because they said it wasn't about Pac. Even if it wasn't, the fact that you dropped that song right after he got shot, I'm gonna naturally think you talking about me. You know what I'm saying?
for
So
sure.
yeah,
For sure. Totally
because
agree.
he was talking on that joint, that Who Shot You, man. That's one of Big's greatest records ever.
Oh, it's cold. It's cold. Oh, wait, just for a quick sec. Bond, you hollered at Sean since all this shit went down?
That's a great
Who?
segue, Ed. That is a great segue.
You hollered at Sean since all this shit went down.
Sean
Hey man, I'm gonna
Combs.
tell y'all like this, man.
Yeah,
Diddy
talk
is
to
gonna
us.
be fine. He's gonna get through this. He's gonna take some bumps and bruises, but he's gonna get through this. He's gonna get through this. I promise you. Diddy's
Hey,
gonna
that's
get through
Bill
this.
killing me, man.
All right, so
You think he
Yeah,
can get
he
out of
is.
it?
next
Hold on,
topic.
hey,
Next
that's the topic.
topic.
Let's talk. Let's
Hey.
continue. They gonna forget.
Kurt's stupid.
They gonna
So
forget,
we are
yeah.
talking about
He ain't
the
done.
federales raiding multiple P Diddy residencies. That is, to me, I'm thinking now, looking like they might not have did the right thing because I don't think they found what they wanted.
Yep.
You know, so who is
Exactly.
first on the subject of P Diddy?
It's only right the
versus-
man that worked for him go
versus
first.
Diego slash all of Diego's cronies coming after P Diddy,
Oh.
Mr.
Well,
Lucky.
I mean, first, this episode is brought to you by 365 Spring Water.
That's stupid.
Quench your
on,
thirst with a
cuz.
little bit of water, no Diddy.
Come
All
on,
right, so
man.
look,
No,
I'm tell you like this, man.
if finna talk
Diddy's
about
gonna be
Diddy.
okay because Diddy one has great relationships out here. He just made a slight mistake in trying to sue Diageo, which is the biggest liquor company in the world, besides LVMH.
Yeah, I'm about to
And
say.
you got to understand when you start going to war with people like that, entities like that, you got to have your money right. I don't think he had his money right or anything, but when you start seeing people kill your one public persona and then two going after the money, you know that there's higher entities that are involved in this public lynching. And that's what's happening with Diddy. He pissed off the wrong people and now they're coming after him. Because if you think back, through history, there's been many people who have had the same fate. Like, let's think about Bill Cosby when he tried to buy NBC. First, they started killing his public credibility and his public persona, in the public. And then they start going after his money. So they
Boy, they
killed
killed
the
his son
show.
too. Let's not forget that.
They killed his son and they killed the show. They killed the show as well.
Hold up, let's all say allegedly.
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 Thank
Allegedly.
you.
But let's look at some others. Let's look at Roman Polanski, who was a film director back in the 60s and 70s, who was married to Sharon Tate, who got killed by the Charlie Manson crew. He was out here messing with a 13-year-old chick, and he was banging a little 13-year-old chick. The public found out. He had to fly over to Poland, and he has never come
He never
back
came
to
back.
America.
What
He
color is he?
won an Oscar for
What
one of
color
his
is he?
movies. He's white. He
Come on,
won.
man. Our cohorts,
He's
we can't
white.
do the same things as our cohorts do, man.
Unless they
No, I'm
unless
just
they do
telling you. I'm
something
just telling you.
drastically,
I
All
mean,
the
unless they do
time.
something, unless they do something
always happens.
drastically to the establishment, which at that time will make them so-called black.
Exactly. Now let's talk about somebody else. Uh, let's talk about the white guy, the white producer.
You must
Uh,
got to check.
no, no,
Cause
no,
you
no,
you
no,
you went
no.
all the way away from Puff, nigga.
No. This
All the
is a
way
You
away
thought.
gonna
from
talk about
Puff.
Woody
No, I'm
Allen
just talking
next?
about it
Yeah.
subjectively.
Woody
I'm talking about
Harvey.
You
objectively.
gonna talk
I'm
about
talking about
Woody
it
I
Allen?
agree,
objectively.
and this brother Bonds has not on the subject. I don't think he said
He did
Diddy,
not answer the
Mr.
question.
Love,
Right.
I'm
That's
giving
all.
you
Puff
why he's
Daddy,
going to get
Sean
off.
Clark. He has not mentioned one of them names yet.
Cause
I'm
him and
giving you
I
why he is
Puff
going to
Daddy.
get off.
him and
I'm not a
Farnsworth
Diddy
got the
fan
same
like
script.
that anymore. I'm not a Diddy fan like that anymore. Shout out to my
You
man
said he sound
Kurt
like
Burrows.
Fosworth.
They got the same script.
Shout
They
out to my
got the-
man Kurt Burrows, who's been going through his thing for a while,
oh
trying to
man.
get his just due.
Oh,
And
this
Diddy
dude.
took his just due. So I haven't been a fan of Sean Combs for a while. I used to
Okay.
work there, but yeah, I haven't had, he's done a lot of people dirty. But this right
Let
here,
me ask you this:
he will live
since you
through.
didn't answer Kurt's question, let me ask you this: what was it like working for Puff? Because we're hearing about a lot of disgruntled people that worked for him in the past, and you worked at him. I know you worked directly under a Harv Pierre. What was it like those years you worked at Bad Boy?
It
Don't
was just
violate
like
that
this.
NDA, nigga.
Nah, the NDA is over. It was $1 million NDA I
Okay.
had to sign as soon as I started working there. I had to sign it. I got interviewed by Francesca Sparrow. She read it over and said 7 years. It's only for 7 years. So working there was like he was really keeping his foot over people's necks because some of the top executives there were only making like $80,000, $90,000. They weren't even making
Wow.
$100,000 at the time, and he really like had a stronghold over everything. Now, I remember that there was a time that, he was just up in Toronto, and this is when the twins were being about to be born. But he came back, and we spent a week with him, and I was with Harv, and it was just like this guy was just like, Jekyll and Hyde. You know what I'm saying? Where he'll be on your neck 1 minute, and then the next minute, you know what I'm saying, he's trying to be cool, trying to be, whatever. But I tell you, the thing that I saw so many incriminating photos when we had to. They asked us to make a scrapbook for Mr. Combs for his birthday, and Dia
Oh,
Banks.
it's Mr. Combs.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And Dia Banks at the time was like, she was the president of Sean John at the time, and she was like, she gave us these big boxes full of personal pictures that Diddy, had or whatever, personal pictures. And I'm thinking like, why would they give us like his personal pictures and shit? So I'm looking in there, and I was working with another chick, and she went on lunch. So I was like, all right, let me go through these, see what I find. I found a lot of pictures, criminating pictures of him and some light skinned dude with curly hair hugged up on a couch. The dude had on a white Speedo, and Diddy was just like hugged up on his, they're like spooning on a couch. You know what I'm saying? And this was back in 2004 when I
Bonds,
when I first
you finna
started
go
there.
viral.
You know what I'm saying? This when I first started there. And then after that, I could start seeing certain things. Seeing certain things. It was always he had this white dude named Tim who would always carry all of his. Oh, the first day I worked there, the first day I reported there, after the first day for my internship, when I reported there for my internship when I was an intern, I was coming across 54th because the office was on 54th and 6th Avenue. I was coming down 54th by Studio 54, the famed club, right? I was coming 54th and 7th Avenue, and no, it was on 54th and Broadway, and I was coming down the street and he was shooting a commercial for Sean John. And it was like him walking in front, probably 50 feet ahead of his whole staff. And his whole staff was like, he was right here. His whole staff was right here. And it just walking. And I'm like, who is this white dude with all this long ass hair down to his ass, carrying, like looking fruity as hell and carrying this bag and whatnot? And I asked him questions and I learned that that was his personal assistant and his name was Tim. And he would carry all of Diddy's jewelry. He would carry his cell phones. He would carry, but he was always with Diddy, always. And this dude was as fruity as they came. Like you could tell that this dude was just openly gay. And that's when I started hearing this stuff from the rumblings from some of the other execs. You know
They
what I'm
about to
saying?
break this video down
Shout
and put
out,
the
shout out
connections
to Rich.
together to Tim and everything.
Shout
Wow.
out
Yeah.
to Rich Dollars. Shout out to Rich Dollars. Shout out to Him Rock. All of these dudes and whatnot. When I was like there and I was up under their tutelage and everything, they would say, like, yeah, man, it's a lot of crazy shit going on. I would hear their stories. They would talk about stories up there at the mansion up there in the Hamptons, the white parties. So many stories. Kurt Burrows, so many stories. Kurt told me, he said, yeah, Diddy likes light skinned, curly haired dudes.
Yeah, hey, nigga, you crazy.
Yeah, he likes light skinned, curly haired dudes. So
Al, you talking about like Al be sure?
Nah, Christopher Williams.
facts. There it is.
Christopher
And
Williams.
I'm saying
yeah,
it.
yeah. And he would tell me, these things. And I was just like, damn, you know how you say you never want to meet your idols because you'll be like, fucked up because, you meet them, you find out they just not what you expect them to be. That's how I was with Diddy. You know what I'm saying? For that
Wow.
straight week when we were promoting Press Play, we was with him, me and Harv. I was driving Harv and whatnot. And we was at was it Mr. Childs or something Childs up on 57th, and I remember because Governor Cuomo was there because he had the whole street blocked off, and we just sitting there eating, and I'm way down at the other side of the table, and I'm watching him and Harv and all them, react or whatever, do what they do, and it was just a lot of fruity fruits that was at that table, and I was just like, why, like how and why is this like, this is like the constant scene that I keep seeing here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's when it just, I came to a realization that hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. I've heard about the parties, you know what I'm saying? I heard about the parties, some of the girls and whatnot that used to go to those parties and get buck wild was on the staff. There was interns down at Daddy's house on 48th and 8th, 44th and 8th. And it's just so much. Like we should have a whole nother thing. I could go more in depth in stories that I've heard. You know what I'm saying? Even like firsthand stories and stuff like, him slapping his mama. You know what I'm saying? Diddy done do so
Wow.
many crazy things. Crazy, yeah. And he slapped his mama because Misa was out there on the West Coast and she was out there with Suge. Suge had sent for her. He was playing off of that, whole thing, East Coast, West Coast. And Diddy wasn't giving her no money, no child support, no nothing. He was stopping her from being able to work because he was too controlling. And Suge sent for her and wanted her to style some of his artists. And they had a meeting when he came out, when they flew out there, he had little Justin. Justin was only 3 at the time. So, you know, Suge, took a picture and he said on it, what the East Coast won't take care of, the West Coast will. And he sent this to Wendy Williams and they sent it in a fax over to Hot
Mm.
7. And Kurt, Diddy, and Diddy's mom and another assistant were at Diddy's. I guess they were at his penthouse or whatever. He had a penthouse up on Fifth Ave, and at the time, you know what I'm saying, they had just got the call that, hey, from Hot 97, like we were expecting a exclusive from Suge to come through, and it's a picture and everything, and we're waiting for it to come over to fax. Now, back in the day, faxes took so long, you know what I'm saying, to come through, especially one from the West Coast. So Diddy got pissed and he got everybody that he could get, called them, get down there to Hot 97 as soon as possible. Cats was running, taking buses, trains, and even cabs down there to try to intercept this fax that Wendy Williams was going to get, that she was going to, broadcast over the air. And ultimately, that's what led to Wendy Williams being fired. But while they were at Diddy's spot, Diddy was getting pissed, getting irate and whatnot. Kirk was there. Kirk told me that his mother had said something to him, trying to get him to calm down. And Diddy hauled off and slapped his mom.
Damn.
And Kurt said that he just looked in amazement, like, wow, this dude just slapped his mom. You know what I'm saying?
That's wild.
Yeah.
So I say all
that's
that to say
wild.
this, is that Diddy is a very wild dude. He feels that he's above the law. He feels that he can do whatever he wants to do to whoever and when, whatever. Down at Howard Homecoming, he smacked one of it, or he punched one of his bodyguards in the jaw. And this was in '05 when we went down to the Howard Homecoming. And I was just sitting there looking like, this makes no sense. Like, he's just a 6'5" dude, you know what I'm saying? 6'5", bodyguard and whatnot. And Diddy's like all of maybe like 6'1", 6'2", something like that. And he just punched the guy for no reason. And it just didn't even make sense. It didn't make sense at all. But these are the type of things that he does. He's one of those type of dudes. But he will prevail through this because, one, he has great relationships, and two, he makes a lot of money for people. Makes a lot of money for people. He messed with the wrong entity, and they trying to take him down.
Speaking of that entity, when you look at their platform of liquors, like he's not messing up as far as his Ciroc vodka. He's not messing with Kettle One because that's a different. He has a premium. He had a premium vodka, so that was in different lanes. But they have other tequilas. Number one tequila being Casamigos.
Yeah.
So Casamigos took off, and I think he actually did they settle with him for his for what he sued them for what he sued them for?
Nah,
They did.
No.
So they admitted guilt.
No, they didn't sue. They didn't settle for anything.
They didn't?
No, they didn't settle anything. No.
Okay.
No, they didn't
So
settle.
did he lose, or I thought it was over.
No, they threw that out. They threw that out of court.
Well,
Yeah, he didn't get anything off that.
So they said the case, his allegations was baseless, and they just threw it out.
They threw it out.
Wow.
I mean,
yeah, they got Don Julio too.
Yeah. I mean, you got to think about it, man. These big companies will start first kill your credibility and then kill you in your bank account. And he shouldn't have went to them on that accord. I guess everybody's hyped up after the whole George Floyd situation, thinking that this public is supposed to be a little bit more sympathetic to racial injustices and everything. But nah, we back to normal now. That shit was 2 years ago, 3 years ago. We back to normal now. That shit is done.
Well, I just think he figured he had hard evidence. Pause.
Right.
Pause.
He felt like he had.
Pause.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, cool.
He felt that he had everybody with him. He felt that he had all the black where he could just say, hey, we changing clothes. Jay-Z, we changing clothes. Just like that, when Jay said we changing clothes, you see everybody in these oversized button-down shirts, in the jeans, and the sneakers and whatnot, just like that. Everybody took off the jerseys, went in the oversized button-down shirts. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that type of situation. Diddy didn't have that type of cachet anymore. People have been talking about him and chipping away at his reputation. Think about the Locks. Think about, Craig Mack. Think about Shine. Mace, G Dep. Think about all these people.
Shout out
Black
to G Jeff.
Rob.
He just got out of jail the other day.
Yeah, think about Black. Yeah,
Loon.
think about Loon. Think about Black
Yeah.
Rob. Black Rob
What
died.
about Shine?
Yeah, yeah.
But but you say chipping at it. Is it chipping at it or is it factual?
No, it's chipping at it. It's factual, but it's just chipping at it. It's just chipping his credibility down to the bone marrow. Like all of these things going at him and whatnot. It's like after a
Well,
while,
what you saying exposing? He's exposing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let me
Because
say this. This could be deemed controversial, but I think it's factual, right? When you look at Misa, a lot of stuff Barry talked about, Misa made claims. Even there was times where him and Kim Porter wasn't even together, and she made claims. The artists, from like you all the artists y'all just named, Shine, Mace, Loon, Mark Curry. But as soon as Cassie made her claims, you know what I'm saying? That's when the shit hit the fan. So that's where I think the race became a issue. You know what I'm saying? This is this little fragile, biracial looking young lady who made these claims that other women have made in the past that never really went anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Now, like Barry said, his whole world is starting to crumble right around him. Whether he gets out of it, I don't know. But I just thought it was very interesting when the other women made claims. It was kind of baseless and it went anywhere. It didn't go anywhere. But when Cassie made her claims, that's
I
when
think.
it
See,
was the
see. Now
perfect storm, though, D.
I'm gonna
It was
give
the
you some
perfect
push.
storm.
I'm
yeah,
gonna give
yeah.
you some pushback on the light skinned biracial.
Yeah,
Look at
it was the
Please do.
perfect
Hey,
storm. You got to think
I
about it.
feel like
Think
Hold
about
on.
it.
Let
Who
let
gave
Kurt go,
her?
Barry.
Go ahead.
I think that Cassie has some hard evidence. That's what I took it, especially when he settled within the day of her, bringing the suit.
You
I
only do
think
that when
she,
you got a
I think
backer.
she has, and I also think that that's what the feds were reacting to when they went on, the raid. I believe it was information from Cassie's case that they were trying to go after, and he had already moved, whatever information that she had spoken about.
I
That's
can
what
see
I
that.
think.
I can
I
see
mean, you
that.
got to think about it. That's only because she had a backer. Think about this whole situation. You going against a huge conglomerate like
Right.
Diageo brand, and now like if I'm doing business with you, Kurt, and I know you, we spent time together, we done chop money up, but I know you, and I done hung with you, and I know some of your dirt, some of your shit in your closet and whatnot. And then we run afoul, and then you say, "Okay, I'm suing you because you said, my hat was blue when it's really red." And then now I'm like, "Oh, okay. Oh, you want to sue me? Oh, you want to make it public? Oh, you want to tell everybody to stop, drinking my liquor? Okay, I got you. First of all, I'm gonna go to your Achilles heel. Let me go to where you really fucked up at. First of all, you got a young lady that's pissed off because she's saying that for years that you did this to her, you did that to her. When I'm gonna use her, put money behind her, and I'm gonna let her make her claim on you, and we're gonna put money behind her
Yeah.
to
Well,
get you."
we know that playbook because on every show in back in our day growing up, they always handed them people that yellow envelope.
That
You know what
yellow
I'm saying,
envelope.
with them damning pictures in it,
Yeah,
and it was what it was. But
yeah,
and we know that Cassie must have had that because he
yeah,
he he ran that bag immediately.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Immediately.
think about it. It's the times right now as well because any type of sexual assault, like you're saying literally that if he had, video of her sexing off with sex workers and him smashing her off and them doing orgies and everything, that's no different than some man and his wife who is probably bisexual who allows him to bust a threesome. Why would you have to get penalized for that in the legal realm of it and then bring it to a civil
Hey, but
realm
see,
where
but
you
now
have
we
to
getting
pay
into
money?
speculation.
Right,
Maybe
right,
she
right.
on
Allegedly,
there. Maybe she on there
allegedly,
yelling "Stop, brother."
Yeah,
allegedly.
exactly. We don't
But you
Allegedly.
know.
never
We
know.
don't know.
Allegedly. But you
Allegedly.
never know. You never truly know what's. I mean, because like I
I'm
said, he
me.
paid the same
Oh,
day, so I think it's something more lethal, brother.
heck,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you. Like, remember when they made Making the Band? When he
Yep.
was doing when Making the Band on MTV, you were doing humiliating shit to black people to me. I didn't like Puffy from Like that shit don't make sense for you to walk 18 miles just because I said so I can be in your fucking band. Like that. I didn't like Puffy treating his people like that. So for him to
Yeah,
do that on a TV show in that
yeah.
regard, I believe you was doing some shit that
Yeah,
was
but
way worse.
Big Gip is one of the people. Big Gip from Goody Mob is one of the people that came out and said, uh, it's a lot of stuff that he done did just coming back. So that's one
Yeah,
person I done heard outside of Gene Deal. You know what I mean? That was close to
Right.
Diddy. You know what I'm saying? I think he was he's been on this for years,
yeah, yeah,
years.
yeah. He definitely has. But I mean, you got to think about it. Is that us as a people, and I hate to say this, for us as black people, there's a certain segment of us, a lot of us, that will endure dumb shit like this just to get the check because we're thinking about it like, oh, well, fuck, I got to just do this. And why not I get this check and I can, live a better life? I have better lifestyle, this, not the other. Then we go get the check, and then we start regretting all the shit that we did to get that check later on because there's a lot more pieces, a lot more names, a lot more people involved in this situation, but they just haven't brought it out yet,
Yeah,
or
I
or
agree
have
with you
they?
on that.
Because I got the court docs.
yeah. I just saw
iPad.
something. I just saw something where this dude served your girl Carisha, uh what's her name, Lil Miami or
Yeah, yeah.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
think of her name, but he served her. So
I was about
you
to say
know,
yeah,
Carisha Love.
Carisha.
yeah, yeah.
Let's
Man,
talk
why are
about
people
the
taking off
eclipse.
for the eclipse? I don't get
I
that. Why
think
are
this is
people
I
taking
think
off
this is
work?
hilarious. This is so funny to me. Um, the
What's that
eclipse.
movie called? Don't Look Up?
Don't look up.
When now
Look up. Look up. I'm telling you.
right.
Listen, man. Anytime these people tell you to do something, don't do it most of the time. You know what I'm saying? They play games. You know what I'm saying? And tomorrow, I can't believe these kids is out of the school for something that's gonna take place for 3.5 to 4 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Talking about they don't want the kids to look up in the sky like, the hell, are you serious?
yeah,
My son is off to school tomorrow. I'm like,
yep.
why?
They all out. They all
The
out.
world done got soft, man. I'm sick of this whole country, man. Straight up. The world, the country is gone soft. They out here doing all this old feminine, just hygiene type shit, and I'm sick of it. Why are kids off tomorrow? I don't understand. They were just off for spring break.
I
They're off for
know.
all of these school things and everything, and it's just it blows me. It really does. No Diddy. I'm serious. I'm sick of this. It don't make sense.
He
Take your
said
little
it
asses
blows
to
me, no
school. You
Diddy.
don't need to CERN. Okay, I just got word from my correspondent Jumil Brown that there's a what is it, a portal called CERN.
Yeah, that's a project they trying to open the portal. That's why on the bridge and shit been collapsing.
Okay,
This is also part of it.
they said
That's
it's
why
a
I love
project.
B.
Yeah, that the bridge is collapsing and everything, and all this stuff could be allegedly all connected to each other. Because let's think about it. Every time they have a world occurrence that makes us stop in our tracks and look and listen, they're on the low
It's
doing
that
all kind of
three-car
fuck.
Monty. It's another
That,
plague taking place.
exactly.
All I'm gonna tell my people is don't if you go watch it. That's cool. Don't put them dumb glasses on. If you go watch it, you know what I'm saying? You might get your Marvel X-Men powers, you know what I'm saying? Just like because these the same people that tell you to put on sunscreen and sunblock and all that foolishness, man. Man, get that from you know what I'm saying? That's that natural energy from the
And
universe,
if you
from
do
the
go watch
creator.
it, I do agree with D. If you do decide, go outside with your shoes off and
Get it
ground
in
yourself
ground earth. That's right.
and
Plug
ground
in.
yourself
Plug
while
in.
doing it. Because
Yep.
a lot of this stuff too is happening because we're not touching the earth and being connected with these rubber soles and shoes on all the damn time. I mean, it may sound crazy.
It sounds right. Don't let nobody make you say we sound crazy. No, you sound right. And another thing, and you are absolutely correct. And I just want everybody to pay attention tomorrow. Go look up in the sky. See how much they gonna be chemtrailing tomorrow too. You know what I'm saying? Because we all know the chemtrails is attached to the solar flare activity because the planet is getting hotter. And by the planet getting hotter and starting to heat up, it's not good for certain people that's on the planet. So just be paying attention to that whole play tomorrow. Like Ant said, if you are able to go outside, take them shoes off, take them socks off, screw in, ground in and get what's for you, man. The
Speaking of
universe.
Yellow.
chemtrails,
Who are those people you speak
have y'all
of?
heard of
Those
Project
with less
Bluebeam?
melanin, huh?
And who
Have
are
y'all
those
heard of
people,
Project
Diallo?
Bluebeam?
Project Bluebeam. No, enlighten us, brother. I haven't.
Okay, so Project Bluebeam is like where they're putting things like chemtrails and what the stuff is as well coming out of the chemtrails, where they're able to put like what's the word I'm looking for when
This is
when
our
they can put
conspiracy
they
section
can
of the
put
podcast.
they could put holograms, you know what I'm
Allegedly.
saying, in the sky, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, and make you see something that you think you're seeing
right.
that you're not seeing,
Like Christ returning or something like that.
or like
Like,
planes flying into buildings and shit.
yeah.
Hey, you know what? I think we should have a new segment called Allegedly, where we start bringing up all these conspiracy theories, rumors, and all kind of other fuck shit into this whole conversation, just so that we
Oh
can
man,
just put it out there. I will say allegedly that the Democratic Party, is waiting
Oh man,
for Joe Biden to hit the bucket, to kick the bucket, so that they can put Kamala Harris
I agree
in
with
as
you. I agree
president.
with you on that.
they
That
would
is the
never put Kamala
strategy
Harris. They would
that
never.
they are doing.
Kamala ain't said nothing in 4 years, nigga. She
Well,
ain't.
we team
She would
Trump
not be
around
the
here,
face to
so
win it. Now, if they did the Michelle
I
Obama
heard they want
switcheroo,
Michelle in there. I heard they want
yeah, if they
Michelle in
do the
there.
Michelle, you got some weight who can go against Trump. But
that won't
I
happen.
heard, look, since we talk about the
They'll only have
conspiracy,
black women voting. That's
they
it.
said Biden already done kicked the bucket. He been kicked the bucket.
So his AI,
Allegedly,
his AI joint out there going for it.
It's
Allegedly.
it's
allegedly,
Jim Carrey.
Allegedly.
Hey, hey man,
allegedly.
that bell is classic, man. That bell.
Hey,
So, hey,
allegedly. Allegedly.
allegedly, your
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
girl, your girl from
Hey,
LSU allegedly dumped her boyfriend because she said she wanted to focus on her career. So, what do you guys think about that type of stuff right there? Especially she's young, she's about to be successful, but then she drops her, I guess he's an NBA prospect boyfriend.
yeah,
You talking about
what I
Angel
would say to
Reese?
that,
Yeah, Angel Reese.
what I would say to that is, when it comes to sports, you know, and you trying to really be in your prime, very few can have a successful relationship, you know, inside of that. I personally
I
don't
agree.
have no problem with her breaking up with whoever it is to focus and level up. You know what I mean? Get it while the getting is good because,
Yeah.
some people, getting this money to save it for their for their youngins or living and doing whatever they're doing. But hey, who knows? like what is it, tomorrow or the next day? Who knows when the lights gonna go out and stay out? You know what I
That's
mean?
a fact.
Yeah.
So
Allegedly, she's messing with Future. Allegedly.
You coming with that good
See, you coming
right.
with the
that
yeah,
media
you
The
takeout
coming with
world
gossip.
star,
Oh, I
the
got
bonds,
more.
That
that
media
the
world
takeout
star
bonds
hip
gossip.
hop.
info, the bonds 411.
I got
Straight,
more.
Hey, that is allegedly that she's investing
yeah,
money.
that is.
Hey
Don't know
man,
that for
that bill
sure.
is killing me, man.
Allegedly.
What else we got, Barry?
Allegedly, Jay Z is supposed to be purchasing a football team and is supposed to go through next year.
We've been
He
hearing that for
But
a
part
minute.
owner, right? He's already part owner, ain't he?
Not yet, not yet.
Okay. The
yeah,
He
what
got to
the
do. He got to deal with
Commanders,
the NFL.
the Commanders,
can't say the team exactly because
the
nobody told me
Commanders.
the team
Well, no,
exactly.
Magic is the part owner of the Commanders. I don't think it's the Commanders unless they about this. The majority stake is about to sell.
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
see that.
yeah. But allegedly, it's supposed to go through next
Yeah,
year.
because it's funny when he said it's time to get past kneeling and he start working with the NFL. So I can see that. I can see that. I can see that play. And they let him produce the halftime show.
Another reason why Jay Z is better than Nas. I'm just saying.
Come on, cocksucker, beat it.
Don't even take the bait, Kurt.
Jay-Z, I like, yeah, man. I used to love Jay-Z. Y'all know that. I used to love Jay-Z, man, and all that. But like his rhyme skills and everything, it is a bit where a bit phony, man.
A bit
Yeah,
abstract, maybe.
I got a comment on that. What do y'all think about Jay-Z saying, he wouldn't have, much like Three Stacks said, that Jay-Z does not have any content in the midst of Nas putting out album after album,
That was so phony.
dropping
I'll go
amazing
last. Go ahead.
content. If you picking it up and dropping what he's saying, I thought the King's Disease album was needed. I was already on my, what I'm saying, trying to get right and get right up here with the diet and all that. So man, I can't even understand why he would say something so ridiculous when he's doing all these moves that we talking about. Why? What you mean you ain't got nothing to talk about? You ain't
You've
trying
always
to
been the
ruffle no
braggadocious dude.
feathers. You ain't
To
trying to
Andre
ruffle.
3000?
No,
Nah, I'm
Jay-Z.
talking about Jigga.
Oh,
He
Jay-Z.
making them moves, but he ain't trying to ruffle no feathers. That's
Right.
why you not rapping.
That's why you're not rapping. That's a fact.
I mean, he doing other stuff, I guess. I mean, what I'm saying
Nah.
is, what's Nas? Y'all keep talking about like Nas and all that shit. Nigga, Lil
No,
Wayne,
we
the
talking about
greatest
Jay-Z
rapper
right now. We're
alive,
not
man.
talking about Nas.
Lil
I'm
Wayne
talking
is
about
greatest
dropping
rapper
albums.
alive, man.
Lil
I'm talking
Wayne.
about dropping albums after albums.
Yeah,
and the
nigga.
content is
Are you serious?
Yeah, nigga.
What kind of retarded shit you on, bro?
The same shit you smoking.
That's that man's opinion, man.
Right.
Lil
You talking
Wayne.
about, yeah. You better go back. You make for real. And stop
All right, y'all.
listening
That
to
was
the
Church After Hours.
John Week ass
And
Carter.
we're going to check y'all again the next week when we come back with more topics. And we're going to try to check and see what's wrong with Anthony. Maybe that mile high air got him thinking a little sideways. We're going to run a check on him. We're going to keep y'all know up on what's going on with Ant. We're going to pray for him. We're going to make sure he okay. Ant, we coming to your aid, brother. We're going to come see about you because obviously you ain't thinking too clearly right now.
Listen, man, it's been another great episode of Church After Hours. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We missed Baby Bro tonight. He'll be back with us here soon. As we get ready to, get ready for this eclipse, man, be around your loved ones, love your kids, kiss them, tell them you love them, because this is something that won't happen again, I believe, until 2084 or whatever the year it is that is supposed to happen again. And a lot of us probably won't be here. So enjoy these moments, man, with your loved ones, and we'll see y'all next episode.
My word for the week is I want all of you kids and people who are watching this right now to understand that you got to watch the people that you are around. Make sure that they are good cloth and good value as well as good morals, because there's certain people that may come into your circumference that will poke a hole in your ship just because they can't be the captain. That's a caption I saw on Instagram yesterday, and I thought it was so profound, especially when I'm thinking about business. You know what I'm saying? So watch those around you and whatnot. Keep your day ones close.
Oh, and let me say this too. I hate to go twice, but I just want to give a special shout out to my son, Mill. He officially made his announcement. He will be attending Ohio State University this coming fall on a full academic scholarship. So you see, he created a dope
Ohio State.
Right. He created a dope video talking about his journey and why he chose Ohio State, besides them giving to him for free. But check it out, man, and show him some love. So, son, we proud of you, man. I can't wait to celebrate you on the 25th of next month.
I got a jacket for you,
He used to like Michigan, didn't he?
He still like Michigan. That's gonna be funny going on Ohio State.
I was like, he gave me
he's gonna abandon that real quick. Best believe.
You think so?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. He's gonna.
I don't think he is, man. Mill's the type of kid. He gets locked in. So we gonna see.
Yeah.
We gonna see.
Hey, like Jerry Maguire said, or not even Jerry Maguire. Your man,
Cuba,
show me the money.
Show me the money.
He about to abandon that blue and yellow. Hey, I want to leave with something that D's uncle said last episode that's out right now. Man, if yesterday was a bad day, burn the notes.
Burn the tape.
Burn the tape. You hear me?
Yep.
Burn the tape. Hey, baby. If you don't see this, then something happened on the eclipse and got us. You know what I'm saying? So
for real.
If you do see us and you watching this, hey, God bless.
God bless.
God bless.
Church After Hours. Peace.
Peace.